What's up, everybody? This is A Force of Nature, Spiritual Awakening, and today we will be discussing Pluto and the trauma that you endured, the 10th house, 11th house, and 12th house. Be sure to check out the other ones. I already did all of those. I know everybody say, "Oh, can you just complete all the?" Yeah, I don't do shit like that sometimes, so I did it today. So anyway, here we go. Pluto in the 10th house and the trauma that you endured. So these people have been feeling like they've been treated like a product and not a person. Okay, you might have experienced hostility from those in power as if they're threatening you or they're threatened by you, okay, by your potential, by your ambition, by your movements. And this could be definitely on the workforce. Okay, a lot of this is going to have to deal with the work front, being an entrepreneur and things of that nature. But people could be very much intimidated by you. Okay, now they can go out of their way to make you feel like you're less than when you're actually more than that. In your workplace, other coworkers treat you like competition and and like you don't deserve the success that you've been given. All right. They can be spreading rumors about you, talking shit about you, telling the bosses things about you, making up things about you. See what I'm saying? Now, sometimes these things might be true, and sometimes these things might be true and exaggerated. But a lot of times, these things are absolutely rumors. They're not true, and people will do this to you. Okay, try to tarnish your name, ruin your success, um, due to the potential that they see in you. So you may have experienced aggression from masculine energy or masculine figures. All right. It doesn't even have to be specifically men in general, but if you have a woman boss, okay, or anything like that, okay, she could act very masculine, act like she's like a goddamn man, her damn self, okay, trying to overpower you, dominate you, okay, and things like that on the work front. Oh, yeah. So these people do experience a lot of aggressive and a powerful, dominant people in their lives. All right. Whether they're in a position of power or they're just older or very much mature. So people want to take control over you and manipulate you for their own selfish goddamn benefits. In your career, you could be objectified and perhaps otherwise make you feel like you got the job simply because you're attractive or you're beautiful or you're handsome or you're good looking or you look very sexy and things like that, or you know people could apply the shit that you accomplish or the opportunities that's being presented to you as, oh, you did that because she cute, or you did that because he look good as hell, okay, and things like that, when it absolutely it might have a little bit to do with it, right? Because these people are attractive, beautiful, and things like that. However, they hold and possess within inside of them the energy and the aura to persevere, to make sure that they're going to make a good impression on whatever it is that they're doing. They do a great fucking job. Okay? So it's not because, oh, you're a nice person. No, it's because you're a great worker. Okay? Or you can handle the task. So now, people could absolutely undervalue these people, okay, that work with them, while the bosses in them are looking at them like, oh yeah, they can handle this. So a period in your childhood where authority figures didn't believe in you and ridiculed you when they should have listened to you is an issue here. Having your power stripped away from you in your early years, making you crave to have control again. So now what ends up going on and taking place is that these people want to be in charge. You want to understand. You want a full blown understanding on what is going on. You want to be in control of yourself. You want to be in control of your career. But this can have you trying to exert power over others, manipulate them before they have a chance to manipulate you. Okay, so this is what these people absolutely fear, because they can do the power of manipulation over other people before it happens to them. Okay, but they rather not even have to even go to those extremes with you. So what they do is they actually seek out control in everything that surrounds them. Okay, it heightens your anxiety every time. Sometimes it doesn't even go according to your plans. A feeling that tragedy follows you anywhere you go. Being paranoid, okay? Being someone that's constantly thinking about what's going to go wrong, what's going to go on, what's going to take place. It's something that's going to happen. A fear that you'll always have your talents underestimated is another thing. Okay, so these people feel like their um, work ethics are going unnoticed, unrecognized, okay, at times due to not the bosses. It's the people that work along the side of them that's trying to tear them down so that they will not succeed. Okay, so they fear this shit and gets attracted to them. And it does happen, but they attracted to themselves. Pluto in the 11th house. Okay, so now they suffer and deal with betrayal. When it comes from their friends, their friend groups, your early years may have been traumatizing when it came to friendships. Okay, people could have been doing these people dirty. It's like people got close to them just to purposely do bullshit to them, destroy them. Okay, their self esteem could have been very much destroyed. Your self esteem of discovering your secrets just so they could air them out is something that could go on and take place. All right. People want to get to know you, want to know more about you, just so that they could blow up your spot, just so they could embarrass you. And these people absolutely want to make these people feel fucking embarrassed. It's crazy. Okay. Um, it may have been extremely difficult for you to work on self esteem. It might still be an ongoing battle where you see yourself as worthless, useless, and like people will always use you as the fucking asshole, okay, or some kind of side ass joke. So, friends who invalidate your trauma, okay, people who try to dismiss it, didn't believe in you, and went out of their way to befriend you just so that it could hurt you. Okay, so this is a hurtful fucking placement, um, because people are getting close to you and they're getting close to you to expose you, to embarrass you, to hurt you on purpose. Which means these people are jealous of you. People that have Pluto in the 11th house, people are jealous of you. Friends can be jealous of you. It's not going to be all of them, but it's going to be some. So these people fear that they will never be able to fit in with the society which you live in because your options are seen as controversial and extreme when most of the time they can simply be progressive and open-minded. So you might be surrounded by narrow-minded people, people that prejudge you, okay, people that act like they're conservative, okay, and things of that nature. Your parent figures might ridicule your dreams, ambitions, and make you feel you'll never achieve anything, that you're too idealistic and delusional. Okay, this is trauma for them. You might feel like to, you might feel like you had to disappoint your family in order to go down on your own path, okay, to just move on and do what you have to do. You probably feel like you let people down just by doing those things. So, um, you definitely don't want to follow in the footsteps. Okay, that's another thing. They don't want to follow in the footsteps of the people that made them feel that way. So the suffering of the world might deeply affect you, and you find yourself paralyzed in justice Okay. And that also is the thing that gets underneath these people's skin very, very deeply. These men and women yearn for deep and intimate friendships, but you might have been disappointed over and over again by friends, people that you thought were your friends. Okay, so these people can grow up and have a small circle. You give yourself fully to people in your lives to the point where they start taking you for granted, to start taking advantage, taking your kindness for weakness. Pluto in the 12th house and the trauma that they endured. So now these people notice even the subtlest changes in others' behavior, how they say hi, how they slightly are different in tone. Okay, all of these different types of things is what these people pick up on. They pick up on energy. Okay, so these people are actually being perceived um, as very emotionally charged, but these people can feel very emotionally drained to the point where they left with anxiety and paranoia of not being enough for others, believing that they should be stronger. So these people will have a fear of feeling like they are so weak, but they want to appear strong. Okay. And the reality is that they're not weak, they're strong. Okay. But they can feel like they're weak and they appear like they're strong. All right. Um, these people should be more reliable. You should be easier to, just be able to love on the level that you want to be loved. Okay. But what ends up happening is these people get involved into relationships that can be toxic, destructive. Okay. Maybe even a hindrance to them. These people, okay, people that have Pluto in the 12th house, your mind is your greatest enemy. And when you sit alone with your thoughts, you hear all the self doubt, the guilt, and the fears. These people could definitely be insecure. Okay. When it comes to those fears that we're speaking about, the self doubt and the guilt, okay, that is threatening them, threatening their soul, destroying them. Okay. When it comes to their chances for stability and having a stable life, relationships and connections, you can have nightmares. These people can have nightmares that fill their mind up with stress, making you fear to go to sleep. And you can stay up all night long, actually, because of these things that go on to take place with your nightmares and things like that. Their own thoughts can actually frighten them and scare them. Okay, these people were definitely exposed to um, the more grittier, greasier, grimier side of life. Okay, so things that they experienced and saw was very traumatic. Okay, it's in their psyche. All right, they seek out happiness. Okay, so now you're expected to take care of others, to save them, to put their needs above your own needs. But at night, you could finally breathe. Their childhood can be a blur. Okay, at moments their childhood is going to be a blur. They can't even comprehend certain things that went on and took place, and they think about the ridicule and people just down in them, making them feel like they are very much emotionally sensitive and vulnerable. Okay, this is what happens to them. These people were actually told that you're too emotional, too obsessive, too possessive, stupid, dumb, an idiot box. Okay, giving your heart to the wrong people. This is what people were saying to them. So they could be very self destructive because of this. Very self destructive as a result, and as a way to escape reality, wishing you could just turn your feelings off. Okay, this is what traumatized them. They actually repress their emotions, they bury them deep down within inside of them. Okay. And you may have dealt with drug abuse, mental issues, or people around you who struggle with these things. And if these people have done these things, right? Struggle with addiction, struggle with mental illnesses, being bipolar, being crazy, okay, being on crack, being on fucking coke. This deeply affects these people. It caused them a lot of pain as well. It's like they're making it something about them. So these men and women fear asking other people for help because they want to be seen as strong and not weak. They feel like asking is being weak. Okay. Asking is being smart. It's not being weak. Asking for help is not being weak. It's being wise. It's being smart because you're not able to do it right now. And with this placement, learning how to not care about what people are thinking, okay? How they're perceiving shit. It doesn't matter what they perceive in it, okay? Anyway, they also have a fear that they'll never be in control of their self. Okay, that your emotions will always be extremely intense and unbearable to the point that you can't control them. That's a fear. And I'm gonna leave this on this note for now, and in future videos to come, I will go more into depth into Pluto and the trauma that they endured in the 10th, 11th, and 12th house. So if anybody wants to get their chart analyzed, please hit me up. Anybody want to donate to the channel, please feel free. My phone number is 516-738-6042. So this is the Force of Nature, Spiritual Awakening. Love is love. Peace and blessings to you all. And I will see you on the next one.